Okay, let's talk about something I think we've all felt. That constant, nagging exhaustion that a good night's sleep just doesn't seem to touch. But what if the problem isn't your body at all? What if it's your brain? Let's get into it. I mean, really think about it. You do everything right. You get a full 8 hours, maybe you even sleep in on the weekend, but you wake up feeling like you've been running a marathon. You feel sluggish, you're foggy, and just thinking about the day ahead feels, well, exhausting. Sound familiar? This is the big question we're going to crack open today. And here it is. This is the core idea. What if that exhaustion you're feeling isn't physical at all? It could be the direct result of a mind that's been pushed way, way past its limits. A mind that is just completely and utterly overloaded.
So, let's really dig into this idea of an unexplained exhaustion. You know the feeling. You're wiped out after a weekend where you barely even left the couch. It's not about how many hours you worked or how much you did. It's about how cluttered your mind has become.
Okay, so to really get this, we've got to break it down. We're going to look at 4 specific types of mental overload that are probably draining your energy every single day without you even realizing it.
First up, information overload. Just think about your average day for a second. The news alerts, the social media reels, the never-ending emails, the constant pings and notifications. We're just bombarded. Maybe you think you're relaxing when you scroll through videos for 20 minutes before bed, but guess what? Your brain is still processing, it's still sorting, it's still reacting. Even when your body is resting, your mind is running a full-on marathon, and that burns an incredible amount of energy.
Now, this is so important. Let's talk about the second overload, context switching. The best way to think about it is like this. Your brain's focus is like fuel in a car. When you're on one task, you're cruising down the highway, super efficient. But when you're constantly switching, you check an email, then a text, then jump back to your work. It's like being in bumper-to-bumper traffic. Every single switch forces your brain to slam on the brakes, unload a bunch of information, and then load a whole new set. That process just torches your mental fuel, and you end up completely gassed.
And oh, this one. The third overload is unfinished tasks. This quote, that's the little voice in the back of your head, isn't it? Every open browser tab, every text you meant to reply to, that pile of mail on the counter, each one of those is what you'd call an open loop in your brain. It creates this low-level, humming background stress that just drains your mental battery, even when you're trying to relax. And finally, we have number 4, overthinking. This is when your mind gets stuck on a hamster wheel. You know, you replay that one awkward thing you said in a meeting over and over, or you spend an hour just imagining all the worst-case scenarios for a problem that doesn't even exist yet. It can feel productive, right? Like you're problem solving. But really, you're just spinning your wheels, wasting so much precious energy on what ifs instead of actual action. So when you add all of this up, it starts to become crystal clear why your go-to solution, just getting more sleep, isn't working. You simply cannot rest your way out of a problem that isn't actually about rest. And this right here, this is the big aha moment. We've been using the wrong tool for the job this whole time. If your body is tired, yeah, the solution is sleep. But if your brain is cluttered, if you have mental overload, you need a totally different solution. You need silence, you need focus, and you need clarity.
And that solution, we're calling it a mental reset. Now, look at the key word here, intentionally. This isn't passive. This isn't something that just happens to you. It's an active process. It's about you taking charge and clearing out all that mental clutter so your brain can finally, actually, truly rest. So the big question is, how do you actually do it? Well, this next part is your playbook. We're going to walk through a really simple 5-step process you can use to give yourself a mental reset and start getting that energy back. And here's the game plan. It's actually pretty straightforward. First, just do one task at a time. No more multitasking. That's how we fight context switching. Second, schedule no phone hours. You have to create a barrier to all that information overload. Third, write everything down. Get all those stressful to-do lists and rees out of your head and onto paper. Fourth, find just 10 minutes a day for total silence. No podcasts, no music, just quiet to give your brain a break. And fifth, make a real point to finish small tasks completely. This helps close those open loops and gives you a real sense of progress. And when you start putting these simple steps into practice, something fundamental begins to shift. You stop feeling like a victim of all this constant noise and overload, and you start feeling like you're finally back in the driver's seat of your own mind. I really want this to sink in for a minute. If you've been feeling this constant exhaustion, listen to me. It is not a sign of weakness. It's not some kind of character flaw.
You are simply overloaded. You're a human being trying to function in a world that is constantly, relentlessly demanding your attention. And just recognizing that, that's the first and most powerful step to changing it. So the entire strategy, the whole philosophy, it really just boils down to these three simple things. Protect your mental energy like it's the most valuable thing you have. Because it is. Reduce the amount of noise coming in, increase your focus on what really matters, and take back control of your attention.
So I want to leave you with one final actionable question. Think about it right now. What is the one browser tab, whether it's a real one on your computer or a mental one that's been nagging at you, what's the one tab you can close today to give your mind just a little more space to breathe? That's your first step. Go do it.